Not a bad view if I say so myself, right? So just outside that window is a beautiful golf course. I'm here at Palm Springs and I'm here for ClamorCon. Great YouTuber meetup event. Superb, really look forward to this one. So I'm here with the Pixel 3a and I want to see over the next couple of days how it's going to hold out. I want to check out the battery, I want to see what features I love, what features are not so great, because the only way to test a phone is use it in the real world. In the meantime, let me show you Clamor.
And 1 out of every 3 has a hidden collectible inside. So there's 60 different pets and 60 different snots to collect. So here.
Are you gonna juggle?
What?
Are you gonna juggle?
I can juggle with 2.
Close enough. I'm back from Palm Springs. I'm back in Clamor, hence lots of coffee and bags under the eyes. So how did it go? How did the Pixel 3 hold up over that crazy period of time? This is what this video is about. I remember, had days that started at 5 a.m. and ended at midnight. I mean, after coffees and drinks and chats and selfies and a whole bunch of stuff. These are long days. Did not have my laptop with me because we were mobile. We were just networking and running around and doing audits. It was just crazy. So this was my only form of communication for emails, Slack, WhatsApp, video, cameras, social media, streaming, new apps even. So with that in mind, how did it hold out? Well, there was some good and some not so good. Let's start with the good. Let's talk about that battery life. So the adaptive battery software, which has been installed on the Google Pixel 3a, just works beautiful. It's miracles. I don't know how it does it, but it's a miracle. I would get easily an entire day's worth of heavy usage on this phone. The only thing I didn't use on this phone was Google Maps because I was in one location. Everything else was fair game on this phone. It would often last an entire day without a problem. I would go back to my room around 6, charge it for an hour, and then go out again for the other half of the day. This thing is just wow. Another feature that I have never actually used before so intensely was the split screen. You know, being able to have one app at the top, one app at the bottom. With the Pixel 3a, I found that I was using this all the time. I would often have my emails or my web browser, and then I would have YouTube videos that I was kind of looking at for the person I was talking to, and this just works beautifully. The fact that you can resize them as you need it and kind of zoom into certain and really make the screen a focus on one or the other, it was just great. Alright, let's talk camera. So camera was really important because, again, we were at a YouTuber event. What do you do at an event like that? You take pictures, you take selfies, you take videos. This camera is just rock solid. This camera is just superb. Now stop comparing it to $1,000 phones and $1,700 phones. Pictures were amazing, lots of scenery, lots of things to shoot, and whatever I threw at this, it's just able to handle it. Video, you can now choose between 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second, which is a great little enhancement, and which means that if you shoot at 60 frames per second, you can actually slow things down in post-production and get that buttery smooth kind of transitions happening. Another feature of the camera which has been given a really hard time is the Nightside. I loved this feature on this phone. Remember, this is Palm Springs, it's hot as you're sitting outside underneath the palms, and you know it gets dark really quickly. So when it does, you have a choice to either lose the shot or take the shot. And if you use Nightside, it is amazing how many times it will actually be a usable picture versus something that would be absolutely gone. Now remember, sometimes you go to these events, you see these big rock star celebrities, you've got one opportunity to take that photo before they rush out to their next event or their next panel discussion or whatever they're doing. So you can't say, oh, hold on, sorry, let's move to the light, let's move here. You got to try to make the best of the opportunities. So Nightside, superb. Okay, let's talk about some stuff that I didn't really like. Since we're still talking about cameras, the one thing that is a problem is the video section. And it's not what you think. Why is it a problem? Is that when you turn to video, the button to record just immediately goes red. There's a red button inside. So often I think that I pressed it and I would be filming when it turns out that actually nothing was shot. You got to press it and then the entire button goes red, and then it actually means that you're filming. But I cannot tell you how many times just glancing at my phone, seeing a red, knowing that it's filming, and therefore it didn't. Now I'm not sure if this is just me, but it's something that I noticed I did 3 or 4 times throughout this event, and just something I need to watch out for, but something you should know about. The one feature that drove me insane was being able to close down all my recently used application. Because I was using this continuously, it means I was firing up apps all the time. But that means that my recently used applications, that line just went across forever, and I had to manually close each one. The only way to close everything is to go all the way to the one side, to the left side, and then there's a button called Close All. But you got to go through all those apps before you close all. Surely they could have just put that in a menu at the top somewhere. That, I must say, was irritating more than I thought it would be. Another feature is the swiping up situation to be able to get into your app drawer. What typically ends up happening is you do this, and it goes into your recently used application, and then you kind of swipe all the way up. So basically it needs to be a long swipe to skip over the recently used application to go straight into your app drawer. I did find I had to do this multiple times. So often I would do that thinking that this is enough to swipe up, but it actually wasn't. I had to do that, which really is not the best design. I don't know why they're calling this a mid-tier phone. For $399, you're getting so much phone for your buck, it's ridiculous. And this phone just kept going and going and going. There was no overheating, no lag. Even with the screen, people are saying it's not Gorilla Glass, but Dragon Tail. I mean, nonsense. None of that matters. When you're using it in the real world, you're never going to tell the difference between the two unless you're a hardcore techie who's been driving all the latest tech and can have side-by-side comparison. For the rest of the world that is a regular person who's looking to make a decision, should they buy this phone, I have no hesitation in recommending this phone. I would buy this for my kids, and in fact this is currently my daily driver. I haven't removed the SIM since coming back. What do you guys think of the Pixel 3a, and what do you think of this review and this kind of format? Are you happy with it or not? Let me know in the comments below. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you're new here, welcome. This is the kind of stuff we do, tech, gadget, apps, tips and tricks. Hit the head below to subscribe. Check out some of these other cool videos, and in fact, I'll see you over there.